Hi. What do you believe in, truly? I find that there are only two options, usually, in people. They think that everything is meant to be, or everything is completely random. And I believe in both. I believe that everything is meant to be, but also everything is completely and totally random. And when I express that to people, sometimes they get very upset because it's kind of just human nature to want to put things in boxes and put people in boxes. And I think it also has to do with respect. I think a lot of people depend their respect for certain people. Like, they depend on your intelligence, basically, to earn their respect. So if they are confused on what you believe in, and like if your answer doesn't really make sense to them, and if it doesn't fit in a box, then you're like an outlier, and they're like, I don't know if I completely think you're smart or not. And then that plays a part into respect, right? And it upsets certain people because, you know, most people believe in one or the other, and those boxes. But why? I believe in all and nothing at the same time. And so what? Like, why? Like, what am I, this all-knowing God? What am I? So I'm supposed to have all the answers? No, we don't even know if that's true. We don't know anything. As a society, as a humanity, we don't know anything. We don't know. We don't know if it's all meant to be, and we don't necessarily know if it's all random, because there's kind of evidence to support either, I guess. I think there's more evidence to support that everything's meant to be, but I think I have every right to believe in everything and nothing. I have every right to be confusing, and I have every right to believe whatever I want, and that's everything. Because everything is random, but I think it depends on decisions and choices, right? Everything is random, and then you make a choice based on what's in front of you, and that leads you to another path, and that is meant to be. That is meant to be. But there are so many other choices you could have made that resulted in other things, and that's all random. Does that make sense? Anyways, that's what I believe currently, and I'm sticking to it currently. And yeah. I'm serving, I'm training to serve right now, and I get very daunted. I get very embarrassed, and I don't know. Training is always very challenging, regardless of anything that you're doing. For me, at least, like training in any situation, any job, I get so nervous, and it's such a challenge for me. But then once you get past training, it's fine. But it's like every time I train, it's like it feels new again, and I'm like, oh my god, I'm gonna die, I'm gonna mess up, everything's the worst. But it happens every time. And I have to remind myself that so that I don't quit because everyone tells me that I'll be such a good server. Almost everyone that I work with tells me that they're super excited for me to serve. They want me to serve. For the whole year that I've worked at that bar, that's all I've heard, is that people are like, no, like, you're really good at your job. I want you to serve. When will that happen? everyone's so supportive and trying to get me there. And it's really, really nice. But I've never experienced that before. I think I've always just been mediocre at a job. So the fact that so many people are telling me that I am so good at a job and they want me to progress and to serve and make money, it's a lot of pressure that I've never experienced before. And it's really crazy. Honestly, it's very nice. But anyways, I'll do well. I know I will, but I have a coworker who's also training to serve same time as me, and he always comes up to me and boasts about how easy it is for him and how he's not struggling at all. And it seems like he feels like it's competition between us for some reason. I don't know why. Like, we both have the same job. It's not like one of us is gonna get fired or something. Like, it seems very silly. I don't know if that's true. That's just how, like, I interpret our interactions and, like, the way that he talks to me, I guess. It just seems like he feels like it's a competition. I don't know why, but anyways. Yeah. So he's just always coming up to me and being like, it's so easy. I literally don't understand how it's so easy. And anytime I try to be, like, vulnerable and I'm like, yeah, I don't know, I feel like I'm just, like, the people part of it is, like, really draining for me. He's like, oh, well, I just love it. And it's, like, super easy and I just love doing it. It's like, okay, you win. You win. This is your job. I love that for you. You're amazing. Is that what you want to hear? I don't know. I really don't know. I'm just gonna keep doing my job and learning and fucking up. And yeah, that's another thing. I fucked up. I messed up. And I hit ×2, I guess, with, for tater tots or something. And he was like, did you do a double order with tater tots? How did that happen? And I was like, my finger slipped. How do you think it happened? You think I did that on purpose, or do you think that I, like, what? Like, it's kind of obvious to me, but I don't know. Is it not? I don't know. That's just how I've been feeling about that those interactions, though. And I'm like, nice. So happy for you that this is, like, the easiest job you've ever had. It's really awesome. It is, like, a pretty easy job. But there's just a lot to it. Like, I've never served before, so I didn't know all this stuff, right? You have to bring your own extra cash in case people bring you cash. You have to obviously memorize the whole menu and drink order. You have to kind of know what you're talking about because a lot of people are regulars and they will, like, challenge you. So there's a lot of, like, pretentious people that you deal with. And it's like, we work in a bar. It's a nice bar, but, like, it's a bar. And it's like, why are you acting pretentious about this right now? It's alcohol. Hey, guess what? Any of us could die tomorrow. Why do you care so much about beer? Or, like, not to yuck anyone's yum, because, like, I've met a lot of my coworkers who know a lot about beer, and it's so fascinating, but I'm talking about, like, the customer aspect of, like, oh, you didn't know this? You're dumb. It's like, hey, guess what? I have a life. Hey, guess what? This is a job, actually. Yeah. I've only had 2 training shifts, and people have laughed at me for not knowing the menu or making a mistake. I'm talking about customers. And there's, like, really pretentious people talking about alcohol and, like, I don't know, making people feel bad for not knowing. Just kind of like that vibe. And it's like, what are we doing, man? It's just that aspect of serving that I'm not a fan of, is like, I guess, biting your tongue. It just feels very demoralizing or dehumanizing, I guess. Yeah, that would be the right word. And I remember that having the same feeling when I was a barista, and there were a lot of cranky old people, obviously, who wanted their coffee a certain way and wanted to know that you knew everything about coffee. And it's like, hey, I'm 19. I actually don't know where these beans are from. Just kidding, I did. But yeah, I don't know. There's just like that whole obligation that customers in the serving industry, I guess, or like the food industry, where they're like, you have to know everything to appease me so that I can give you $1. I feel like I'm on like I feel like I'm on the Shark Tank always. And it's just like I'm trying to sell a product, and it's like, I know you want the product though. It's like the weirdest episode of Shark Tank where it's like, I know that you want this, but you're making it the most difficult way to get it possible. Do you understand that? Like, anyways. Yeah. Yeah. Anyways, I have to bring a notebook. I have to get my own little, what is that called? Little like service wrap thing with pockets. I don't know. I have to bring change the next time that I work as a server. So yeah, there's not that much to remember, but it's just a little stressful for me, I guess, right now. Because I guess a lot of people want me to do good, and that's a blessing, but it's also a curse, because if I don't do good, then I feel like I'm failing everyone I know. But it's also serving, so it's fine. And I have, like I said, I have a lot of supporting people. I have a lot of people who are like, hey, do not take shit from people if you feel like you don't have to do that. And that's very comforting, because I do not want to take shit from people. I understand that's a part of the service industry, but I've worked really hard to stop taking shit from people. So to go back into that and have your manager tell you, yeah, take shit from people, it's like, it goes against my nature. It goes against everything that I've relearned. So that's why it's more challenging for me, I guess. And I understand it's really easy for people who are like, yeah, it's just people. Like, I don't know. They don't think in depth, I guess, about how you take things home. But like, you spend more time statistically with your coworkers than with your family. So like, your work life is your life. And I don't want to take that lightly. You know, like, I don't take that lightly. I don't take that statistic lightly. I don't live to work. I work to live. And yeah. Anyways, that's my biggest challenge right now. And also moving, and also finding a veterinarian assistant job. That's like, those are my challenges right now, but a challenge is a challenge. It's not the end of the rope. Challenges are not the end of the rope. So we'll see. We'll see the next place that we move into. It's gotta be soon. It's the middle of August, so I'm excited. I'm really excited to just get going. This is a beautiful house, but I'm excited for the next chapter. Next chapter is gonna be new job, serving, new house, and new cat. And that's the most exciting part about my life right now, is that I'm so close to getting a cat. So close. Or ferret. Who knows? But probably not a dog. Most landlords are not happy about dogs, but we could get a dog, possibly. Anyways, I'm so excited. Exciting. I'm excited. Anyways, hope you have a good day.